Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today is a beautiful day to dive deep into some wild Port Charles drama. We have so much ground to cover and the stakes are literally life or death right now. So let us just jump straight into the madness because things are heating up fast and the fallout is going to be massive. And we really need to start with the absolute nightmare that is happening over at General Hospital right now. Because Friday, April 10 is going to be a heavy episode, so Jordan Ashford is officially becoming a GH patient, and it is not looking good. She is going to be wheeled in and rushed off for immediate treatment. Just a total disaster. Curtis Ashford is completely terrified. He is standing there watching the woman he loves being taken away on a stretcher, and you have to remember how this all happened. They were just having a nice drive. Jordan took her eyes off the road for 1 second to give Curtis a kiss. Just 1 second. And then she had to swerve. And now their car is a mangled, fiery wreck. So Curtis is obviously blaming himself. He is covered in soot and panic. But Lucas Jones is right there. Lucas is going to insist that Jordan is in good hands. He is trying to calm Curtis down. But Curtis is still worried sick because Jordan clearly has some pretty severe injuries. The kind of injuries that make you wonder if she will ever be the same. But Curtis knows he has to make some phone calls. So he gets Trina Robinson on the phone. And he has to deliver this alarming accident news. But here is the crazy part. Trina immediately assumes something happened with Portia Robinson and the baby. Because, there has been all this talk about the nursery. Stella Henry was just pushing the whole family into decorating the nursery at Portia's house. And Portia has been dealing with her own stress, so Trina jumps to the worst conclusion about her mom. But Curtis has to stop her and admit that Jordan is the one who is hurt. And you can just imagine the shock for Trina. She is probably standing there trying to process this while Curtis is breaking down on the other end of the line. Just raw emotion. And while all this hospital drama is happening, we have to talk about the rescue. Because Valentine Cassadine actually did the right thing. He is a wanted WSB fugitive. He is supposed to be hiding out at Carly's house. But he was in the car with Carly when they came across the crash. And Valentine actually risked his freedom. He helped Curtis get Jordan out of that burning car before the fire erupted. If he had not been there, who knows what would have happened? Jordan and Curtis could have died. But Valentine stepped up. And then he managed to get away before the cops and the ambulance arrived. Because if he gets caught, it is a straight trip back to Steinmauer prison. So Valentine makes it back to Carly's residence. And he trades information with her. He tells her what he did. He tells her that he helped pull Jordan from the wreckage. But Carly has her own massive bombshell to drop. Because Carly has been busy. She reveals that she has actually taken steps to cover up Danny Morgan and Charlotte Cassadine's involvement in the accident. And this is just classic Carly. She gets a disturbing phone call, probably from Danny, and she immediately goes into fixer mode. She knows Danny and Charlotte were speeding. Charlotte offered to help Danny speed towards something fast, and then Jordan swerved to avoid their car. So Carly ordered their damaged car to be repaired and sent back to her. She is taking care of things for Danny and Charlotte because she fears the cops would not believe that the kids did not actually cause the crash. It is doubtful they directly caused it, but they were definitely involved. And Carly is not taking any chances with the police, but the stress of the night is just too much. The Carly ultimately breaks out between Carly and Valentine. They are both running on pure adrenaline and fear. Carly is hiding a fugitive. Valentine is risking his life, and they start arguing. In the preview video, Carly demands to know, "Is that what you've been doing here the whole time?" She is questioning Valentine's motives about his stay at her house. She is looking at him and wondering if he has some hidden agenda. Because everything is just falling apart. They have this vengeful, sizzling alliance. But right now, it is cracking under the pressure. And Carly is terrified. She is putting everything on the line for him. And she needs to know if he is playing her. And speaking of people finding things out, Jack Brennan is lurking around. And he is going to connect some dots soon enough. Brennan is a smart guy. And he is on the verge of uncovering Carly's takedown alliance with Valentine. He is putting the puzzle pieces together. And when he realizes that Carly is harboring the man the WSB is hunting down, he is going to explode. Because Carly betrayed Brennan, and Brennan hurt her first. They have this incredibly toxic history, and Brennan is not going to just let this go. He is going to confront her. He is going to use this against her. So you definitely need to stay tuned for whatever puzzle pieces he clicks into place, because it is going to bring a world of trouble to Carly's doorstep. Now let us pivot over to the Quartermain mansion, because things are incredibly tense over there too. Tracy Quartermain is getting agitated. Big surprise, right? Tracy is always agitated, but she is having a conversation with Brooklyn Quartermain, and Tracy feels she should have been informed about something. It might be some deception drama, or it might be something else entirely, but Tracy is just going off on her, and Brooklyn is barely even listening, because Brooklyn obviously has way bigger problems to worry about right now. She is sweating bullets. She is nervous. And based on how she was acting at Charlie's pub earlier, it seems like she might be the one who actually caused this massive accident. Think about it. The show made a huge point of focusing on the wine bottle and the glass Brooklyn left behind. She had been drinking, and then Dante Falconeri called her and summoned her to Charlie's pub for Giovanni Palmieri's performance. She was late, so she was probably rushing, and she was tipsy. What if she veered over the line? What if she drifted into the other lane and caused Charlotte to swerve, and then Charlotte swerved into Jordan's path? And that caused the whole fiery wreck. Brooklyn might have caused the accident and just kept on driving because she did not realize what happened, or maybe she did realize and panicked, but either way, the guilt is eating her alive. She knows she messed up, and she knows that if the cops find out she was driving tipsy and caused a multi-car pileup, her life is over. Her conditional approval to be baby Phoebe's foster parent with Harrison Chase would be completely destroyed. The social worker already had concerns. This would be the final nail in the coffin. So Brooklyn has a lot on her mind. She is terrified, and Tracy yelling at her is not helping at all. But not everything is doom and gloom in Port Charles. Because over at Charlie's pub, the reopening party is still going on, and Giovanni Palmieri is having a pretty good night. He just performed. He played his music in front of a crowd. And he is going to thank Emma Scorpio Drake for all her support, because he really enjoyed performing in public again. He was nervous before, but he got through it, and Emma was right there for him. So Gio is feeling grateful, and he might even hint about taking Emma somewhere special to thank her. He wants to do something nice for her, and Emma is just totally smitten. She is going to insist that she would go anywhere with him, which is super sweet. And this is definitely paving the way for their big Broadway adventure, because we know Gio is taking Emma to New York City later this month. He knows Michael James Scott from Aladdin, so they are going to have this amazing trip. And it is a nice little break from all the car crashes and fugitives. Also at the pub, we have Michael Corinthos hanging out with Jacinda Bracken, and Michael is actually going to admit that he likes learning new things about Jacinda. He thinks she is full of surprises. He is going to praise her for her performance at Charlie's pub, because she got up there and did her thing, and Michael is impressed. He has been dealing with so much stress regarding Willow Kane and her new role in Congress. Not to mention wanting Kai Taylor to give Wiley private Little League lessons. He just needs a distraction, and Jacinda is providing that. They are having a nice moment. But Jacinda is a very curious person, and after Michael praises her, she is going to turn her attention right back to Christina Corinthos Davis, because Christina has been sharing some deep details from her past. She has been reflecting on her history, and Jacinda has been listening. Jacinda even tried to pump Charlotte for info earlier about Valentine. She likes knowing things, so she is going to focus on Christina. And since Christina is opening up, that could definitely include some mentions of Ethan Lovett, because Christina has a lot of history there. She had that abusive relationship with Kiefer Bauer years ago, and Ethan was protective of her. Ethan was there for her. She had a huge crush on him, but he put her in the friend zone. But now, Ethan's return is coming up soon. He is heading back to Port Charles. And Christina talking about him is the perfect setup for his comeback. It makes you wonder if they will finally get a real chance at romance, or if Ethan is just going to shake things up and cause chaos like he usually does. So when you look at the big picture for Friday, it is just non-stop action. You have Jordan fighting for her life in the hospital. You have Curtis breaking down and calling Trina. You have Valentine and Carly screaming at each other while trying to hide a massive crime. You have Brennan creeping closer to the truth. You have Brooke Lynn shaking with guilt while Tracy yells at her. And then you have these quiet little moments at the pub with Gio and Emma and Michael and Jacinda. It is the classic soap opera contrast. Life and death happening right down the road from a karaoke party. And you just have to feel for Lulu Spencer in all of this too. Because while all this crash stuff is happening, Lulu is dealing with Rocco Falconeri's infected hand. She had to call Isaiah Gannon for a secret house call, and Isaiah confirmed the infection is bad. Red streaks, fever. So Lulu has to take Rocco to the ER, the exact same ER where Jordan is being rushed in. And where Charlotte might be heading if Carly's cover-up does not keep her away, Lulu is going to be surrounded by chaos. Both of her kids are involved in medical emergencies at the exact same time. It is just too much for one mother to handle. Plus, Dante is breathing down her neck, grilling her about Rocco's cut hand. Rocco is hiding the fact that he shot Ross Cullum, and the walls are closing in on that kid. And speaking of Ross Cullum, he is still backing Britt Westbourne into a corner over her medication. Cassius Faison is warning Britt that Jen Sidwell might eliminate her permanently. Sidwell is out for blood. He wants revenge on Sonny Corinthos. He is making Ava Jerome his confidant. The whole town is just a powder keg right now. Every single person is hiding a secret. Carly is hiding Valentine. Trina and Kai are hiding the Drew Kane shooter secret from Willow. Rocco is hiding the Cullum shooting. Brooklyn is hiding her tipsy driving. It is only a matter of time before all these secrets explode, and when they do, nobody is going to be safe. So that is where we are at. The crash is going to change everything for Curtis and Jordan. Carly's lies are going to catch up with her when Brennan strikes, and Brooklyn is going to have to live with the fact that her drinking might have almost killed her friends. It is a heavy, intense storyline. And the acting is going to be off the charts. We will be watching every single second of it to see who survives and who ends up behind bars. Make sure you do not miss a minute of the fallout.